every city, every place. Oh, always been a restless girl. Oh, but now there's a window.
Oh, you got hiccups? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Olivia's 1 month update. She actually is more than a month old. She's like a month and a half almost, so it's a little bit late. She's a little over a month now, but all of the updates that I will be giving you in here are things that happened by the 1 month mark, and then we'll save anything that's happening now-ish for the 2 month update. But today we are going to be giving her 1 month update. She was 1 month as of January 12th. She currently has the hiccups because I just fed her, so she's gonna be hiccuping away for a little minute. But hopefully she stays pretty chill for this video. Yeah? Yeah, Livy? I got my notes app so I don't forget anything. Before I start talking in this video, I just wanted to say thank you to anyone who has reached out and given me nice comments. Basically just said that they really enjoyed our videos and they like all seeing the updates, the pregnancy updates, and now the baby updates, and it's all really exciting. So thank you if you reached out and said anything, because I really appreciate it and it makes me feel like I'm doing something to help other people and it makes me feel good. So thank you if you reached out. But anyway, so I have different categories. And I thought we'd talk first about her weight. So she was born at 7 pounds 15 ounces, and after a month of growing, she was 11 pounds 3 ounces. So she's ginormous. It's not really that huge, but she went up by over a good 3 pounds in a month. So that's pretty darn good if I do say so myself. And that's probably not completely accurate. She doesn't go back to the doctor until her 2 month appointment. However, with our home scale, it seems that she was 11.3. So that's pretty big deal. And then also, she's graduated from newborn clothes to 0 to 3 month clothes. So she's currently in 0 to 3 month clothes and just living her life. Next little category is feeding and eating. We are still fully breastfeeding. They recommended to wait 3 to 4 weeks to introduce the bottle. So at around 3.5 weeks was when we introduced the bottle, and she took it really, really well, which is awesome. There was no like nipple confusion or any issues with drinking from the bottle. So now she takes 1 bottle a day, and normally it's around nighttime right before she goes to bed, and it just knocks her out. And then currently, which this is a little after a month, but currently I didn't start pumping or doing anything of that sort until 6 weeks, because they said that that could cause overproduction and it would just not be a good idea for me. So I waited till 6 weeks to pump. So the milk that we collected before pumping was all from my Haka, which was pretty much a lifesaver. Otherwise I would have had to wait until I started pumping to actually be able to feed her a bottle. So thank goodness. And after she turns 2 months old, I think we are going to do a video of like all of our favorites from the newborn stage, anything 0 to 2 months. So I will definitely be putting out a video because there's a lot that helped me with breastfeeding and a lot that she just like loves and helped her a lot. Something else that I wanted to talk about is, I believe in my 1 week update, I had talked about maybe getting a deep freezer, and we actually did get a deep freezer. We've stuck it in Olivia's room. So right now it doesn't really have that much in it because we haven't really gotten that much of a store built up yet. We have like a decent amount, but it's not near full or anything like that. And hopefully we can start to build up kind of like a supply and see how it goes. And another thing I wanted to mention was that the Baby Plus app helped us so much with feedings and diaper changes in general. I mean, without that, there was no way I could have remembered when she fed last, when she needed to feed, anything like that. My brain was dead those first couple of weeks. Now she's doing so much better. I'll get to the sleep category in a minute, but sleep truly does help, and I'm really grateful that she is such a chill baby. She loves sleeping at night and all that stuff. So yeah, let's just go to the sleep category since I'm already talking about it. She generally wakes up 1 to 3 times a night. After her first 2 weeks, they basically said that we can start extending her nights. Starting at 2 weeks, she was sleeping in 4-hour stretches, and up to 6 weeks, they said by 6 weeks she should be sleeping in 6 to 7 hour stretches, which she currently does. And right before the 1 month mark, it was generally we fed her around 11 or midnight, sometimes fed her around 2 or 3, but sometimes she skipped that one, and then also 5 or 6 a.m. and that was kind of like the morning feeding. So she has been a great sleeper. She's not been like waking up every hour or every 2 hours. Normally it's at least 4-hour stretches, if not more, which is awesome because we love sleep in this household. We definitely love sleep, especially since I'm the only one that can really get up and feed her. It definitely helps that it's not like every hour, because I don't think I would survive. Oh, also right before the 1 month mark, she also started to show signs of being able to self-soothe. At her 2-week appointment, the doctor that we had, he recommended that we put her down awake for when it's bedtime. We put her down awake and then she can get herself to sleep or practice getting herself to sleep. And for the most part, it's definitely not every day, because with a newborn, it's never every day that they do something. But for the most part, at least 4 to 5 days a week, we can put her down awake and have our Hatch sound machine on, give her a pacifier, and she will fall asleep by herself. Every, like I would say 1 to 2 times a week, we definitely have to rock her to sleep, or sometimes I even nurse her to sleep, even though it's not really recommended that we do that. But we do, for the most part, allow her to self-soothe, and she does that really well in her bassinet. She goes straight to sleep almost every single time, which is amazing, especially for a little girl her size. So I'm really grateful that she does that. Diapers. So for diapers, I don't know if I've mentioned it in my pregnancy updates at all, but we want to do cloth diapers in general. So in that first month, we actually had a ton of newborn size diapers and size 1 diapers that were gifted to us, given to us, etc., etc. And in that like first couple of weeks, honestly, we couldn't be bothered with cloth diapers. Not that they're the hugest hassle, but like especially when I was healing and like trying to recover, it was like I couldn't do the laundry. I didn't want to like deal with that kind of stuff. So thank goodness we had all of those disposable diapers for this first couple of weeks. She really liked the well, she probably doesn't have a preference, but we really liked the Huggies Swaddlers, I believe they're called. It's a red box, or little swaddlers or something like that. Those fit her so well and they almost never blew out, whereas some of the other brands definitely blew out a ton. And then also she got a diaper rash, which was not the best, and I felt bad for her. She handled it pretty well, honestly, but it looked very uncomfortable. And since then we are officially in cloth diapers, and we are about 3 or 4 days into cloth diapers, and we're really liking them so far. We haven't had leaking issues as of yet. We've had one leaking issue, and it was actually just because we didn't really know how the diapers worked yet, so we didn't know how tight to make them and all that stuff. So now she is completely in the cloth diapers, and I'm sure at the next update we will kind of let you guys know how it's going and how we like them, what we think of them. But yeah, so then I have just kind of like a miscellaneous category. So as of 1 month, she was starting to give us little smiles every once in a while, but it seems like they mostly weren't on purpose. It wasn't like we were doing anything to make her smile. It was just kind of like she'd randomly kind of smile up at us. Could just be gas. But she was starting to give us little smiles, which was like the most heartwarming thing to see your child smile. It's adorable. She also became much more alert in general. Those first couple weeks, she was a very sleepy baby. She just would wake up to eat, fall straight back to sleep. There was not really much in between, especially those first 2 weeks. But now at that 1 month mark, she seemed to be much more alert and awake and just kind of like taking in the world around her. And we've been doing tummy time and trying out her swing. She loves to swing. Although she does get tired of it eventually, but she will stare up at the mobile and the music and like just stare at it for a good like 30 minutes sometimes, which is pretty good for her attention span. She's super strong. She has a lot of neck strength. She can really lift her head up by herself, even now especially, but at that 1 month mark, she's always been really strong with her head and her neck. But I think we have a video of her like lifting her head off the ground, not a ton, but lifting her head off the ground during tummy time and just like holding it there. And it's the cutest little thing, isn't it, Livy? We've been doing tummy time every single day, but especially like when you hold her upright against you, she definitely like wants to hold her head up and like look around and see the world. She loves her little ring sling. I got a ring sling for Christmas to put her in, and I've definitely like worn that around the house a bunch with her, and she really loves that because she can hold her head up and look around. She'd rather do that most of the time than be like in a seat or like in a swing. Even sometimes it's like she'd rather be like with me. Those first couple weeks she really didn't spit up that much. She did have stuff stuck in her lungs from being born, so I'd say maybe that first week she spit up quite a bit, but it wasn't from eating, it was from like coughing up stuff. But now that she's closer to a month old and now a month and a half old, she spits up a lot. You spit up a lot, don't you, Livy? I don't know if it's because she's eating too fast or eating too much or what it is, but something has changed where she definitely spits up a lot more than she did before. And it's completely fine. It's not a big deal, but she definitely will ruin a couple shirts every single day. So that's positive if you like going through multiple outfits a day. Oh, and then my last thing on my list, I want to give you guys a little bit of a postpartum update. So I've gotten approved to start exercising as of my 6-week appointment, but going back to that first month, I think I have multiple videos of me at different stages. I don't really know, it's just kind of random pictures or videos, but I can kind of show like the progression of like my stomach kind of from what I have on video. So I'll definitely play those, and then I will show you kind of like what my body's looking like now. I do fit into pretty much all of my clothes pre-baby. I definitely feel like I'm satisfied with like how I'm doing so far, but I definitely am going to be hitting the gym pretty soon. A lot of my body weight, I would say, is more so like squish, if that makes sense, and felt like strong, and now it just kind of feels all squishy and weak. Literally every part of my body feels that way. Like maybe my arms not as much as the rest of it because I do like lift her, and that's like a form of exercise, but the rest of my body for sure just like squish. But I will kind of show you like kind of what my body's looking like 1 month postpartum, and I think I might give like an update like 3 months postpartum, 6 months, and then maybe like a year just like in the future, just to kind of like show the progression. I'm very proud of my body and like all that it's done, and I'm really excited to just get in the gym, not only because I want to like physically get back into shape, but more so that like I just need some me time. I feel like I love my little baby, but I need some me time. I am home 24/7 in a pandemic where I can't leave my house, and it's winter time, so I can't even go on a walk outside, and that's been really hard. I feel like postpartum can be really lonely, and I feel like being in a pandemic especially makes it a lot more lonely, which is really sad. So I'm really excited to go back to the gym and like be able to feel like some sense of normalcy, because obviously I have until 12 weeks I'm on maternity leave, which is such a blessing and I'm so thankful, but I do want to have like pockets of time just for me, which Sean has been so great. He comes home from work and he immediately like takes her, and then normally like I make dinner, and that's kind of like my me time, but like I would just love like to like do something for myself. But anyways, I will show you quick kind of like how my body looks, and then we're gonna close it out. Okay, so this is kind of my stomach in jeans. It's definitely like all kind of packaged in there. Not too bad for a month postpartum. And from the front, not too shabby. You can still see I have my little like linea negra or whatever. My jeans are leaving a mark, but it is there. It's very light. But from the side also, it's really not that bad. It's squishy for sure. And from the front you can definitely see that it's squishy, which is fine. Just not really any stretch marks on my stomach. These are just marks from my jeans, but I'm lucky that I didn't get stretch marks. Oh, and this spot right here that I couldn't feel during my pregnancy, still can't feel it, which is crazy. But yeah, that's kinda it. Okay, so I'm pretty sure somebody has passed out completely. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm really excited to be sharing it with you and sharing kind of like our journey and how she's growing and all that stuff. I'm so proud of my little baby. She's just the sweetest little thing, and she really doesn't cry a lot. She really doesn't fuss a lot. She only cries when she's hungry. Like, she's just an angel, literal angel baby, so I'm so grateful for her. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this update, and I will see you next time. Bye!